Hello everyone, this is Peak Entertainment and we are back again, and here now we have another drawing video for you, and this edition we will be drawing One Punch Man. This is the hugely popular superhero manga series created by Yusuke Murata in 2012, and it spawned an anime series consisting of 2 seasons so far, beginning in 2015, and the previous most recent season has just finished in 2019. So we will be drawing here the title character Saitama, and the story here is that Saitama has become the ultimate superhero by achieving the ultimate power, being able to defeat enemies with one punch. And over the course of the manga story or the anime story, we see him taking on various adversaries as his enemies and companions continue to strive to discover the secret of his power, and they try to replicate or surpass his power level. So in terms of drawing Saitama, he's a very slim and slender character. He's not big and bulky, so whenever you're constructing a figure, you don't want to draw him overly muscular. You probably want to draw him similar to a Spider-Man physique, or maybe a bit more than that. In terms of the poses or gestures, you always want to draw him throwing a punch, as that's the emphasis of the character. Yes, we see multiple episodes where he's jumping buildings or throwing kicks, but the primary aspect of the character is how hard he can punch. So whenever you're drawing your poses, you want to make sure you are adept at drawing characters by throwing a punch. So again, you want to, as usual, practice drawing your poses and your gestures as much as possible. When you come to decide what pose you want to use, one good way is to think about the direction of the punch that the character is going to be throwing in, right? So just draw lines, whether they're straight lines or diagonal lines, just to give yourself a sense of what direction you want the punch to be thrown in, and then from that line you use that to then construct your figure and then finish off drawing the final pose. So I'm going to show you 2 examples here. So the first one we have here, where we have a kind of diagonal in the bottom left direction of one line here. So I'm thinking that's the direction of the punch that I want the punch to be thrown into. Then I use several lines to begin to draft out the outline of my figure that I want the direction to go in, and then the final part here at the bottom of the screen is when you see the completed pose showing me throwing the punch. So I'll show you another example again, where this time it's much more of a cross diagonal direction. So again, I'm showing the direction of the punch first of all that I'm thinking. Then I construct little lines to show the beginning of the body or the figure, and then I do the rest of the pose to finish off. So you don't have to use these particular ones that I'm using. You can draw any pose you want to, and I'm sure over time you'll have your own techniques, but this is just a clear basic example of how you can think about throwing punches and different poses and different angles that you can use to show the character throwing a punch. Another suggestion is that when you're drawing One Punch Man, you also want to use, I think, action lines or strike lines to emphasize the power, the energy of the punch. So you'll see a couple of examples that I've shown here where I've drawn some lines here. So you'll see the direction of the punch, and then you'll see me draw several strike lines or dashes, if you like, or straight lines, just to show the emphasis of the punch. Now, depending on your preference, you can use these lines just around the fist, or you can use them around the fist and the arm, or if you want to, you can use them around the fist, around the arm, and around the whole body as well. Again, you want to try and show the energy, because when you're doing these kind of comic book style, manga style drawings, it's all about action, right? You're drawing animated action, so try and use as much dash lines or strike lines as much as possible to really display the direction and the flow of the character. So now you'll see some sketches and poses that I normally draw before starting the finished piece. If you're used to this channel by now and you're used to these videos, you know that this is a process that I always do when it comes to a character I haven't drawn before. I always practice with various sketches and poses, as what you've seen on here now, just to get again a familiarity and a flavour of how I'm going to approach the character. And then later on now you'll see some examples of when I'm drawing the actual pose that I'm going to use for the final piece. And again, these are sketches that they don't have to be perfect, they don't have to be even completed. They can be in pencil or in biro, whatever you want to use. They're just practice sketches. It's a bit like a warm-up work before you go on to do the finished piece. Now, of course, you don't have to do this. If you're confident enough as an artist to jump straight into the character and start drawing him, then that's all fine as well. But I think if you're learning to draw, it's always good practice to do these lead up sketches primarily before you do the finished piece. It helps you do the finished piece first time. So in this finished piece of the drawing, you'll see the pencils and the inks first in the time-lapse video, and then I will do the colors in a separate video as always. But if you want me to do the pencils, the inks and the colors all in one video, then let me know in the comments. It takes me a bit longer to produce the videos if I do it that way, but if that's what you prefer to see, then just let me know and I'll produce it that way in the future. That's it for now. Enjoy this picture that I'll be showing you here. More drawings coming soon will include the Flash, Supergirl and Wolverine. So those will be the next pictures coming up in the next couple of months. But if you have a favourite character of any franchise, any manga, any comic book, whether it's Marvel, DC, Image or any other publisher or any other source material, and you like my artwork and you like to see me draw, let me know in the comments below. You can also check out more of my art on my Instagram or my DeviantArt, and I'll put all of the links in the description below for you. You can also check out other art videos on the drawing and art video playlist within the channel as well. So that's it for now. I've talked on long enough, so let me know what you think in the comments below about my artwork. But that's it for now. Take care of yourselves, stay at safe distances, and enjoy my drawing of Saitama from One Punch Man.